I bet, guys. So part two. Alright, it's about to be a part three series though, cause it's 51 minutes. So yeah, 51 minutes and 16 seconds. So I'm only doing probably like 14 minutes max. All right, let's continue. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and that thumbs up and click that bell.
It's so disrespectful. Look at this. This is a tobacco Indian. If he was any part Mongolian, why did they not show the phenotype of a Mongolian? They knew what Mongolians look like. If you look at your Native American today, you could tell that that clearly is a Mongol man. You got what I mean? You knew what he looked like, so why would you make him an American Indian? Look at these old world depictions. This is a tobacco Indian. Look at them. Look at them. They're all with my phenotype. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. And they like, oh, these people, we're delusional. No, you're delusional. You want to know what those Native American, those so-called Native American reservations was? They were to train you to be an Indian. You were never an Indian. You are a Chino slave from the Manila Philippines, from China, from Sri Lanka, Indonesia, and Hindustan. A lot of y'all do not. What do you think you have? The features you have. You're either an admixture of a Chino mixed with a Hindu. You are not anything Indian on this coast. This is India superior. As we saw the old world map, we was India superior. Point blank. Period. That Hindustan was never until 1920. What 19? What did they say? 1940, I think even something like that is when Hindustan got its name. So Hindustan, it's not even really India. It's Bharat Hindustan. They took on a name because they took crafty counsel against God's hidden ones, and they created a confederate, they came into confederacy together to keep and hide who we are and suppress it. And this is how they suppress it, by lying and casting the names onto foreigners. And then these foreigners turn around and they get our benefits. They get our benefits. Oh, hey guys, I am back. Okay. And y'all know I'm on good old Pinterest, because they be having a lot of good stuff on here. A lot of book. The Rook in the North. Right, and then just look at all these early depictions of American Indian. None of this.
Copper colored. Yeah, I can't hear it right now.
Because it doesn't make sense. Look at all these books. West of Eden, East of Eden, where they gotta remember God sent them east of Eden, but Northern California. You know how people were saying, how y'all go check this book out. You know how people were saying that America's the true old world, where there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of evidences. Not African woman, Indian cave. Look at this. And I know another content creator put this on their channel, but look at this. The Lucayans were the Aboriginal Indians who settled in the Turks in Caicos Island over 1,000 years ago. They were exterminated. No, they weren't. Maybe they were paper exterminated by the Spaniards. No, by the Caucasus Slavics who came in here in 1924 Racial Integrity Act. They were never exterminated. They are still here. This is their description of the Aboriginals. Who that look like? Angela Bassett. Look at these. Look at all of this stuff. It showed you who the Europeans was. Y'all, come on. There's too much evidence. This ain't no. Does this look like a Mongol to you? How many Mongols look like that? Now. Nam. Not even a Chino slave. Nam. Nam. Not one. You understand? Look what comes up when you put that up there. So-called African folk, right? Because that's the phenotype. And why do we look like them? Because what did Judah and a lot of these tribes do? They made it into a lot of Canaan's children. That's why we resemble Ham's kids. That's why Zondervan Pictorial Dictionary said what it said.
Yeah, it says Indian caves.
Ham is the progenitor of the dark races, Libya, Egypt, Kush, Ethiopia, and I forgot the other one, but not the Negroes. And the Negroes, and I don't believe it really said that because I don't think nobody called us Negroes. I think it said something else that would have solidified it being us. But they took it out and they rewrote Negroes, but not the Negroes anyway, because they knew that we did not belong to him, right? And just look, Indians, isn't it? Indians. Look at what comes up just from me looking up Indian Treaty of 1646. Indian. Everything points to us being American Indian. Nothing points to us being African. Nothing. And enough, that's why I'm trying to say enough is enough. We have too much evidence supporting that we're American Indian. It's overwhelming amount of evidence, all from America to Europe, from South America, North America, all the way to Europe. They got evidence of us being American Indian. So how can the world keep calling us African Americans when there's absolutely no evidence to substantiate it? And yes, I'm gonna keep saying that word. Look at that, monkey territory. You know what I mean? And the Mongols sitting up there in our place. Got you claiming Mongol and Hindu side ancestry. It says, I remember hearing a story, one of my great grandfathers that had to cut his hair short to pass for black because it was more dangerous to be Indian than it was to be black. In certain parts of the country, Virginia, back then, the man with the long hair is a kickapo, medicine man, baby lawn. Why are you baby lawn? I don't know how to say that. And the other picture are William Sutton Coy, parental great-grandfather. Now, I don't know, again, like I said, he gives me Hindustan vibes, but I'm going to mind my business because we can have straightish hair, okay? It can happen in our families, but you're not going to go and make everybody with straight hair seem like they Indian when old statues clearly show that the majority of the Indians had kinky, curly, kinky hair, kinky, 4C hair. You're not going to try to make me think all the Indians had straight hair and the kinky hair was the exception to the rule. It was contrary. The straight hair was exception to the rule. The majority of us had the various type C, 4C, 4B, type hair. Let's really stop. Or whatever, because this is how they be giving it up. Look at it, another Cherokee Indian. Stole and put into slavery. Daphne Haynes, Cherokee Indian, stolen from her home, made slave. Ab then defrauded out of 606 acres of Deftha's mother was a Cherokee Indian. Yeah. Her father was unknown. Her father was also an Indian. She and her family were living in North Georgia because they never want to tell you. He must have been somebody big, and that's why they don't want to tell you who her father is. Cherokee, North Carolina area. He must be somebody that owned a lot of land. Anytime they tell you that somebody unknown, it's because if they expose who it really is, then you get to dig up all the rest of who he was and what he owned. And that's why they're not going to tell you. So they know who the father is. Best believe they do. North Carolina area. When she was captured by some white men while picking berries, the woods with her brother and sold into slavery. Daphne's brother was able to escape. She was sold into slavery at Lovisville, Georgia, to Nathan Allen Tan Haynes. Nathan gave Daffy to his granddaughter. Y'all gotta understand, white folk never truly owned slaves. We already talked about that, the Ottoman slave trade. We know that they never really owned nobody. It's when they finally got themselves into power, which was not even really into power, but they had burned down a lot of our stuff in the early 1830s and 1870s, 60s stuff, is when they started to gain foot in America and money after stealing all our stuff. See another Choctaw woman. And again, I mean, it's endless, y'all. It's endless. All the evidence. These are not American Indians. So what you're seeing right now is a lie. This right here, this picture, that's fake. And I don't care, people like, that's racist. It wasn't only one phenotype. Yes, there was only one phenotype. Anybody from the 1600 and sooner, that is during the same time that those Chino slaves came into America. And that's from the Manila, Philippines, Sri Lanka, Indonesia. So these people you see here are not American Indian. These are Chino slaves. You can tell. And these are Slavic whites. These are not Indians of any. These are not the Apaches. These are none of that. These right here are Chino slaves. Okay? These are from Manila, Philippines, or Sri Lanka, Indonesia. Do you hear me? Don't be fooled by shit like this. That's also a lie. Okay? Again, Chino slaves. I don't care what nobody say. That's a Chinese man. That's a Chinese man, Filipino man, and Hindustan man. Do you understand me? These are fakes. All these fakes. Fakes. You don't get, look at this. Look at this picture right here. Stay on it. Now, I'm going to keep y'all there. We're going to go back now after CNA pictures to early drawings and statues of what people say. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna show you statues, right?
All right, guys. Excuse me. I gotta charge my phone up, so I'm gonna do a part 3 tomorrow. All right, don't forget to hit that subscribe and that thumbs up. Peace.